Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel.
Andrew gets the hit.
Welcome back to the Tesla Plaid channel. We're out at Bradenton Motorsports Park. We've got a grudge set up with the late 90s Turbo LS Firebird. And this thing is, it's got well over 1,000 horsepower. He's agreed to give us the hit tonight, and we're looking forward to this race. Could be close, and could be won or lost at the tree, depending on how quickly he responds to our moves. So we actually raced him last night out at Showtime Dragstrip. I'll include that race at the end of this video if you want to see the precursor. That's the 8th mile race. But tonight it's quarter mile out here at Bradenton. And let's find Billy and his Firebird. All right, this is Billy's Firebird twin turbo LS motor with a turbo 400 trans. He's running dual 76mm turbos in here. We'll get a look at it in a moment. So he's geared to run full quarter. Says he hits red line right after 1320 with his 28-inch tire and a 355 rear gear. Of course, he's on a trans brake, fully caged. Looking good, Billy.
Oh yeah.
All right, getting ready for our first quarter mile run of the night. All right, we're at 95% battery state of charge. Peak performance ready. Now, Billy's agreed to give us the hit on this race.
Who's got Billy in the Firebird, or who's got Andrew with the Model S Plaid? I roll with Andrew on this one. Andrew gets the hit.
Here.
Billy takes the win. Andrew goes 921 at 150.
On it. That car is quick. I saw him run like a 120/60 foot last night. He might have been even quicker than that just now. Now he runs no time, so we won't be able to see his ticket, but I'd like to get a sense for how far apart our reaction times were. Hi there. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We ran a 921 at 150.45 with a 145/60 foot, 392 to the 330, and a 596 to the 8th mile. That was a fun run, Billy.
That was good. I didn't pull. I didn't
this time.
I didn't pull as much mile per hour as I thought it would.
Yeah, I trapped 150.4.
Wow.
And a 921, and
I'm under 150. Man.
you trapped under 150?
149.75.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was the middle of the track you pulled
Yep.
and then held it. And
Yep.
since we were less than a mile an hour apart at the finish line, yeah, we were coming across pretty well even at that point. But
yeah, if not, you had a little more.
your 60 foot was so much stronger than mine. I was 145, you were probably 120-ish.
122.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But
yeah.
The number I'm most interested in is...
It lifted the tires. Hopefully that come out in video. Reaction, where are you at?
I was 1.9, 1.90.
2.241.
Right around 3.5 tenths.
Yeah.
Which is where most of the time I'm around 3.5 tenths.
Yep.
When I'm really bad, I'm 400, and when I'm really good, I'm 0.25, but that rarely ever happens.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, and I don't know if you thought about this, when you're giving somebody the hit or the move, there's no reason not to just stage deep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew we were going to get the
actually...
different light, and I was trying to figure out how to spool for that because I didn't want to be spooling too long or going too much on the trans brake. So I just double bulbed in because you double bulbed in. I
double bulbed because I was getting into my thing.
I didn't even start
because that way I was gonna. I didn't want to burn you down, and like I'm under 2, so you know, from the light. But by me getting in faster, me taking 10 seconds to get there, and then it'll hold for 10 seconds. That minimized. Where if I went one bulb, you went one bulb right behind me, and then I go and get the other bulb. Well, now you're going to be waiting about 8 seconds until I'm fully ready. Possibly 7 of that after green, because you know the yellows are only barely worth a second. So
that light's different.
Yeah.
But the light didn't matter. I just tried not to go over on the trans brake if I could.
So I got the margin at the finish line here on my ticket. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
0.129.
0.12.
Yeah, so that's barely a car length.
Yeah, that's
about a car length and a half, maybe. 10. Yeah.
So were you a 9 or were you?
Oh yeah, I was a 921.
Okay. Yeah. Dang.
But you surely had a bit dipped into the 8s, just rough doing the rough math. We won't do it very precisely here. But maybe we swap and do it again if you want to. Yeah, you want to?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
What do you turn your cameras to watch?
No, I'll flip them over to the driver's side.
Okay.
Yeah. They're on suction cups, and I got metal tether cables, like actual steel cables, to hold them on. I've never lost one.
Nice.
Knock on wood. Looks like we're gonna swap lanes and do it again. See if we can run a little faster and if I can get them just a little bit more on the move. All right, we're getting ready for round 2 against Billy's Firebird. See big Mickey's on bead locks, ET Street Radial Pros, 275. That's a 28-inch tire. So somebody told me after our first race that they posted his time up on the board. I thought he was running no time tonight, but if his time's on the board, then his time's on the board. All right, let's see if swapping lanes makes any difference in the result. Alright, he's giving me the hit again on this rematch. Now, when a car is giving you the hit, there's no point leaving right on the tree. In fact, it keeps them more honest if you wait a second or so, because if they follow the tree and leave before you after agreeing to give you the hit, then that means they lose automatically. So he can't be anticipating exactly when I'm going to leave, because I leave on my own schedule, which I like to do a second or two after the tree goes green. Now, of course, when you're racing a turbo motor like this, you don't want to burn the guy down and wait, 5-10 seconds.
Less turbo.
Way more power.
Come to a streetcar takeover on Saturday. Billy will be right here in the left lane. He will be participating in the...
Getting some glue on our tires here. Track feels sticky. I can feel it right now. Now I leave when I want to leave, and he'll be watching me.
Andrew takes the whole shot win, 9:23 at 1:40.
Super close run. That was definitely less than half a tenth of a second, I'd say, but it's going to be on his side of the ticket, so unless he shows me the ticket, I won't see the margin. That felt like a really solid pass. 9:23, not quite as fast as the previous, and only 149.27 miles an hour. So we lost a little there on the 60 foot, a 147. 597 to the 8th mile, but it was enough to hold him off because he was passing me right as we finished the quarter mile there. All right, we've had some close finishes, and that was right up there. 009 at the finish line, one of the closest finishes we've ever had. Although I think we did have a 000 out at Showtime one time, but it wasn't at 150 miles an hour like that pass, because that was only an 8th mile race. And obviously the longer the race is, the chance of finishing 00 next to each other that much more slim. Fun race, but we got the win light on that one, so including the race from last night, well, one of us won 2 out of 3. Yep. Thanks for the run, Billy. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you. That was fun.
Awesome. So which one of us won 2 races out of 3? Well, you need to watch the race from last night to find out. So I'm going to include it here at the end of this video. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting for it. So check out the race from last night. All right, we were able to set up with the Turbo Firebird.
All right, here we go. Andrew with the Tesla Plaid channel. Got Billy here, the Turbo WS6 Trans Am Firebird.
We know it's going to be a pro tree. We're going to try to leave together here.
Billy's out of there. 120.
Nice run. I think he had us by a tenth or 2 on the tree, and then maybe another 2 tenths on the run, I would say. I'm guessing he ran a 580, be my best guess for his run, and we ran a 60 something. What'd I get? 600.
Yep.
All right. Thing I like about the yellow tickets is you can actually read them.
I know, right? That's why I write them at the top, because you can't read anything at the
bottom. But the yellow ones you can read easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Well, I thought we ran a 60 something. We ran a 600 at 120.68 miles an hour with a 0.23 reaction. Not great, but it was a pro tree. I'd have been happier if that was more like a tenth or so. 144 60 foot, excellent. And 395 to half track, so nothing to complain about there. Yeah. It's like getting in there. Yeah, good times. I'll look for you tomorrow night.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for joining us tonight on the Tesla Plaid channel. Looking good, Billy.
Oh yeah.
So, Billy, how long have you been running this setup?
Probably 6-7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tried and true. And I know you've had it at different levels of tune. If you don't want me to mention horsepower, I won't, but would you say it's 80%, 90% of top tune tonight, would you say?
Yeah, about 75.
Yeah, about 3/4.
Yeah.
Based on your boost level and everything.
Yeah.
Nice. So dual 76 and precision turbos I see there, and 6-liter LS, yeah?
6-liter LS, yep.
Nice. And
241 heads.
okay, and run on 85, you said,
85.
yeah? Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I'll probably launch 100 RPM higher because it seems slow.
Than last night? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was 120, almost 121.
Well, that's moving pretty good.
Yeah, at 6:00. Yeah, my best is 593
What
at
was your
122.
60?
144 on that.
The 127.
Yeah, you're quick. I'm almost 5,000 pounds. It takes a little to get out of the hole.
Yeah.
You're probably
32.
I was gonna guess 33.
Yep.
Maybe, yeah.
32.
But all things considered, my car did what it should have done. 600, and I'm only at a 78% battery charge on there now.
Right.
And it'll do, you know, usually mid 590 when I'm a little higher, like over 90%. My best trap is 152.
You trap 152.
And 915 is my best pass.
Dang.
Yeah, it continues to pull hard. A little over 1,000 horse out of those 3 motors. So,
So I'm trying to control the wheelies because, well, come here. Those are mild wheelies.
oh yeah, nice.
I have one in the camper where I'm probably this high.
Yeah.
And I busted my oil pan, so
Yeah.
I try to keep it, but it will do a lot of carrying like this when I get it right. But when I'm really getting into the boost, trying to leave hard, it starts power wheeling.
Nice.
So
What model
I
year?
want FL2K in that.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
Nice, nice. Because when I first got this car, the NHRA tracks were really hassling me because I didn't have a cage in it, and I still don't have a cage in it, but they changed the rules. The rules now don't require that I have a cage.
Really?
As long as I keep all my
you're doing that at 9? Oh, all your airbag stuff?
Yeah. So the thing is I can't modify any
Really?
safety equipment. I can't touch the brakes, the belts, the airbags, but 2014 and later models are allowed to run down to 900, no faster.
I mean, that's pretty impressive to run 9.
Yeah.
Low 9.
And technically I'm not supposed to run over 150. 150 is my limit. Otherwise, I'm supposed to put a chute on there.
You're 152.
152 best. But a lot of nights I'm out there and I'm 149.9, 150.1.
Yep.
And they don't give me a hard time for that. I mean, if I was trapping 155, then maybe we'd be talking about a chute. But I'm right there on it. But so they just passed that rule last year. NHRA did. It's a street legal class. But some guys who run those cars will change things like brakes and stuff, and then technically they're not legal. But the point I was getting at is, so last year, right before they passed that new rule, they were telling me you can't run faster than 10.0 without a cage and without a chute if I was running 150.
Right.
And so I would shut it down at the 8th mile, and I would coast through the beam, slowing down at usually like 9.8, 9.90. And then they'd say, what the hell is that? And I shut it down at the 8th mile, like you asked me to, but you know, when you're doing, you know, a 6.0 8th mile, and you're already doing 120 miles an hour, you'll still coast through at a 990.
Like when you let off the gas, those cars brake though, right?
They do?
Yeah.
But not very much at the high speed. The thing is the high speed would create too much heat and too much electricity faster than it will take it in. So you get around 60 miles an hour and it puts a ton in and it slows it down considerably.
Yeah.
But you know, over 70, over 80 miles an hour, and especially when you're in the hundreds, you don't feel any deceleration from that regen at all. I mean, none.
Wow.
It'll just sail and coast.
Right.
So.
Dang.
Anyway.
Okay.
You gonna run the same tune tomorrow, or you're gonna probably tune it up if you're gonna
probably tune it up a little bit
for the weekend?
The only thing that kills me in the quarter, and I got to change this, is I don't run an intercooler.
Yeah.
So 8th mile stuff, it's fine.
Yeah.
But then my temperatures through the quarter mile start getting up and I start losing power.
Yeah.
I used to be able to trap in the cooler months like 160 to 165, and then in the hot, like when it's kind of semi warm out here right now, I'm gonna get like 155 to 158. You know. Yeah. And it won't go any faster. But yet I've went faster not running it out on a cold day versus running it out, which is weird, but with less mile an hour.
And my car's the opposite. When I'm running the 915, it's like on a 90-degree day. When it gets cold, like 60, my car slows down, Just like, you know, you start your car on a cold morning, you know, the juice doesn't come out of the battery, same thing. So my car's the opposite from most others. They're like, hey, we're all running fast tonight. It's the 50s and the 60s, you know,
like
the DA is real low. Yeah. So it is the opposite.
Wow.
So
interesting.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you letting me go down with you, Billy.
No doubt. It was fun. I knew, I've seen on the streets, I've seen Teslas just take off. It's like, I wonder in my car how that would be.